Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her. Hey guys, Kuderi Ghost here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Outcast. So, it took me less time to think of something to write this time. Maybe I'm slowly getting better at this, who knows? I finished my poem and put it into my bag. It's still a little early for bed, so I decided to pull out the book Yuri gave me and continue reading. I honestly forgot how much fun reading was. My hobbies have pretty much always consisted of reading manga or playing games. Okay. It's a nice change, I'd say. As I read, my mind keeps going back to the club and its members. I close my eyes and think to myself. Alright. Sayori, my best friend. She's a silly person, even a bit of an airhead. But that's what I adore about her. Natsuki, the manga-loving cute girl. She seems like she has a temper and is trying hard to impress others. But it seems like she has her heart in the right place. Monika, the confident and popular girl. She really cares about the club and its members. Which brings me to Yuri, the shy and timid girl. She seems like a great person, despite being reserved. I enjoy spending time with Yuri and would like to know more about her. I'm dwelling on this, aren't I? I should just get to some sleep. Okay, good night. Okay. Act 1, Chapter 3, Tea with Yuri. Okay, cool. Alright. It's tea time, boys. Alright, that was a long loading screen, I'm not gonna lie. Today's classes were pretty uneventful. Just catching up on some material for upcoming tests. I look over at the clock. Almost. The bell finally rings and I walk out into the hall. Time for the club meeting. There we go. Alright, English, thank you. I've gotten more comfortable over the past couple days. I enter the club room and the usual scene greets me. Okay. Hi, Ku. Hey, Sayori. You're in a good mood today, huh? Aha. I'm still trying to get used to you being in the club is all. Okay, I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. It's always the simple things with you anyway. Yeah, I guess so. Have fun today, Ku. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation. Yuri's reading her book. Natsuki's in the closet. Of course. Just hiding in the closet. That's normal. Alright. I kinda want to talk to Yuri again. I read a little bit more of the book last night. Or I read a little bit of more of the book last night. There we go. Now that things have gotten more interesting, I want to continue reading with her. I look behind me and spot Yuri. I get up from my desk and walk over to her. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I suddenly notice that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your reading. No. I was just kind of waiting for you. If that's the case, would you like to go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, Ku, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all, Yuri. Hopefully it's not the weird tea that we had in A Brand New Day. Just saying. Okay. It was labeled tea. Ugh. Okay, thank you very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Would you like some as well? I mean, if it's not too much trouble. I really enjoyed it last time. Yuri beams at me. I can already tell she is very enthusiastic about her reading session. Yuri stands up and makes her way over to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Could you hold this for a second? Sure. After Yuri hands me this water pitcher, she fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in, and then I'll go get some water. Sounds good. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Sure, here you are. I carefully hand Yuri the water pitcher. Aw! That's a new expression, I think. Okay. Yeah, okay, I did that. Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Sure, why not? Shall we go together then? Yeah, let's go. All of a sudden, Monika appeared from behind us, almost as if she was listening in on our conversation. It took me by surprise at first, but I remained calm. Where are you guys off to? Huh? Yuri was going to make some tea before we started reading, so it does sound strange having to explain this to Monika now that I have to think about it. We were just going to fill the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Before I can finish my statement, Yuri interrupts. Monika, would you please mind your own business for once? Oh, okay. Or do you mean to tell me that there's something wrong with helping involve cooing club activities? Huh? I remain quiet, unable to say anything. Oh, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Koo. Ah. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Alright, got him. Once in the hallway, Yuri suddenly presses her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? You must think I'm a horrible person now. No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I didn't expect that, but it's not right for Monika to judge people like that. It's okay, she's a little harsh, okay? You don't have to agree with everything. It's not just with Monika, but what happened with Natsuki yesterday. I was horrible then, too. Yuri, you know that wasn't your fault. You even apologized to the whole club. So no, Yuri, you're not a horrible person. You're far from it. I've only known you for a short time, but I can tell that the way you act, that you're not being intentionally rude. You're a good person, and I believe that. Koo? Yuri looks in my direction. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect, Yuri. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind will turn a light rain shower into a hurricane. Ah, no. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate you for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Oh, friend zone. Yuri lifts her head. Cool, I hope you don't mind me saying it, but I really like being friends with you. Aha. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. It feels a bit awkward saying something like that, especially after Yuri and I just met. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. I can only hope that talking to her and befriending her will do just that. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. We fill up the water pitcher and make our way back to the classroom. The silence. No. Okay. Yuri and I enter the club again with the now filled water pitcher in my hands. As we make our way back to the tea set, Yuri stops me. Koo? Yeah? Could you give me a moment? I want to go and apologize to Monika. I know it wasn't a big deal, but I'd like to if I may. I smile to myself, reaffirming the good judgment I made about her. Sure, go ahead. I'll take care of the pitcher. Thank you. Yuri walks over to Monika. She's sitting at her desk, her nose in a book. I watch from afar. Yuri timidly taps her finger on Monika's desk. It's as if she's poking at a bee's nest, afraid of the consequences. Monika, may I speak with you for a moment? Monika looks up from her book. Oh, hi, Yuri. Monika folds the top of her book page to keep track of where she left off and closes it. Sure, what would you like to discuss? About what I said earlier. I wanted to apologize. I didn't mean it. I shouldn't have said those things. I'm sorry, Monika. I hope you don't hate me. Oh, Yuri, I know you didn't mean it. I accept your apology, and I'm sorry for intervening. I was only looking out for you and Koo. Yuri suddenly smiles, feeling a sense of relief. So we're okay then? Of course, Yuri. Something tells me Monika's different when we're not there, okay? No hurt feelings at all. Monika gets up from her seat and hugs Yuri. Even if it was something so trivial, I was happy to see them make up for it. Well, you and Koo have fun. Let me know if you need anything. Thank you, Monika. Anyway, or anytime, Yuri. Yuri makes her way back to my desk. Everything good? Yeah, Monika was totally fine with it. No hard feelings at all. Great. Shall we start making tea then? Yes, of course. Alright. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now I'll need the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. You know, you could just take a tea bag, put it in a cup, put some water in it, put it in the microwave. Same outcome. Kind of. Okay. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. I mean, yeah, if you're just making it for two people, why would you go through the whole kettle thing? Uh-huh. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Impressed. Yes. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. It's quiet between us. All of a sudden, Yuri starts humming to herself. You must be in a good mood. Is that so? I got all excited. I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try to express myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. Yuri's worrying about me, Ku. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Ku, I have another request. Sure, ask away. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Sure, I don't mind. May I ask why? It's a bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than being hunched over at my desk. I just find it a bit more comfortable. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. If I had known sooner, I would have gladly sat on the floor. No need to apologize, Ku. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of my... Oh. Is Yuri talking about her? Oh. I need to fix the situation so it doesn't get more awkward. Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, that, okay. I have terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go and grab the book. I go and retrieve the book from my bag. As I'm doing so, I notice I have a bag of chocolates. I kept them hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take the bag of chocolates since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri's sat up against the wall. I join her on the floor. We assume the same position, reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Oh no. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her. Okay. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume that the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on her reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacups between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of my book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? I don't mind at all. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the episode there. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, please smash that like button and also hit that subscribe button to become a ghost. And I will see you next time. Peace.
Show a darker flow. I will